So this guy hit me up on social media. I looked up his stuff. He's running for president of the United States in November as an independent. His name is Wayne Lambright. Wayne Lambright joins us right now on the show. Wayne, I do appreciate you being here, my friend. How are you?
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for being here, Wayne. So tell me, Wayne, why did you decide to run for president?
Well, when I was 12 years old, my dad said, you can be anything you want, including president. And actually, I've been thinking about that ever since the age of 12. In the back of my mind, if I ever get rich, I'll be president someday. So my whole life, I've been studying different leaders throughout history, what made them successful, what makes America great. And I'm an early internet pioneer. I'm not wealthy, but I still have aspirations of trying to fix America's problems, which your audience might agree. We've got all kinds of problems that seem easily fixable, but we can't fix them. I'm an engineer, and I'm just taking a real engineering approach. Forget politics, forget private interest. How do we pragmatically fix what seems to be easily fixed, but is perpetually broken?
So I'm an independent as well, but if somebody asked me who are you going to vote for, with all due respect, I say Kamala Harris because I am extremely anti-Donald Trump. So I'm going to ask you the same question. I understand you want to win. I get that. But if you had to choose between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump, just to give people, my listeners, a little bit of context, if you had to vote for one of them, who would it be?
I'm not going to vote for either. It's not a hypothetical question. It's actually a real question in my life. I don't like Donald Trump for a variety of reasons. Mostly he's a spoiled, rich asshole who wouldn't help you change a flat tire. And Kamala Harris wouldn't know how to change a flat tire. She's been getting backdoor deals her whole life. She hasn't really earned her way in there. I've met Kamala Harris. She gave me a hug. I've met her a few times at private parties. And
what do you mean backdoor deals? I'm confused because she gets her college degree.
Did she really take the bar? Did she
Yeah, she did. She passed it the second time. Yeah, she did. Why? I'm curious. Why would you question?
I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed with her. She's a horrible public speaker. She can't think on her feet. She might have some positive skills somewhere. I've just never seen them.
Okay.
I don't find her to be ethical.
I'm not trying to convince you one way or another. You know, I'm just questioning. You said she got backdoor deals. So she passes the bar. She gets her college degree. She becomes a skilled prosecutor. She's duly elected twice in San Francisco. She then becomes a senator. I'm just trying to understand the whole backdoor deal. She got everything on a silver platter when it appears
it's the Willie Brown stuff. It's the Willie Brown stuff. I don't think it's ethical. I don't think that's ethical what she did.
What do you mean having well, hold on a second. Let's talk about that. I'm glad you mentioned that. So she allegedly had a sexual relationship with a man 40 years ago. Why would that bother you? Have you never been with a woman before? Like, I don't understand. Why would that bother you?
She's the guy's married.
No, not true. Not true. She dated him when he wasn't married. Sir, you're running for president of the United States. That's misinformation with all due respect. She was with him when he was not married. And I'm asking you again, why would you have an issue with that?
Well, if he wasn't married, then I don't have an issue.
Okay, well, he wasn't. So don't you think if you're going to criticize Harris, you should probably be
that's what you're saying. I don't know if you're telling the truth. You seem to be blinded by the Democrats. What about Jill Stein?
What do you mean I'm blind? Okay, well, hold on a second. Let's just.
What about Jill Stein? She's got an amazing platform. Like the Democrats should have picked up Jill Stein and ran with her.
Well, that's another topic, and I'm happy to talk to you about Jill Stein. But with all due respect, sir, I'm not blinded. You just said you had a problem with Harris having some sort of affair with Willie Brown.
Okay, I'm running on a technology platform. And
I understand that. I
don't want this conversation to be about Kamala Harris. All right,
you're the one who brought up Willie Brown. Let's be honest here. It's either going to
let it go. You need to let it go. Okay, I already acknowledge if you're saying what's true, then it doesn't matter. I'm wrong.
Okay. Thank you for admitting that. Now we can move on. Okay.
Great.
But the reason why
here's what I'm running on. I'm running on a technology platform. As an engineer,
I heard you.
I'm certain that there are certain things technology-wise that solve the many quote-unquote problems we have, like our reliance on fossil fuels. I know that there was a satellite built in '79 that can power a city the size of San Francisco times 20. We have alternative ways to make electricity, like geothermal. 2 holes in the ground.
Why do you want to raise minimum wage to $30 an hour? Do you realize how many small businesses would be closed down the next day?
Hold on. Let me talk about my technology, and then you can beat me up on the other stuff. All right. Geothermal is available all around the world. 2 holes in the ground, pumping water, out comes steam, electricity. Okay. That's been around for at least 50 years. We could be doing that. Okay, anti-gravity, as far as I know, on the top secret level, was mastered in 1955. It's the ability to fly to the other side of the world in 5 minutes. This makes all forms of transportation obsolete. We wouldn't need ships to float it over. We can anti-gravity it over. There's ways to make electricity from the sky. All right. We're running the world on oil.
Wait, hang on. We can get back to that. I have no problem talking about that with you if you're passionate about that. But I want to talk about some other serious issues first, if that's okay.
Sure.
You want to raise minimum wage to $30 an hour. You're comfortable with a 16-year-old kid working at a fast food chain making $30 an hour, or a small business struggling to get by, paying their employees $30 an hour? Do you realize how many small businesses would go out of business if we?
Fuck that small business. Fuck that small business for taking advantage of people who are not given a living wage.
You're running for president of the United States, and
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say the F word.
You want to open up a 9/11 investigation? Why?
Israel did 9/11. I'm a Jew, and I'm telling you that Israel did 9/11.
Well, then you know what? Then you're an embarrassment to Jews. Why would you make a statement like that? There's no evidence.
Because it's not about Judaism. It's about a hostile nation to America, Israel, which did controlled demolition on 9/11. 4,000 Americans died, and you're supporting Israel? Are you a Jew? Are you a Jew?
Or anybody for that matter, to be running for president of the United States, to make a conspiracy theory
you're a ginger
behind 9/11.
You're an angry ginger.
Are you a serious person? Are you a serious person to make an accusation like that? With all
the evidence is clear. You don't have enough IQ to understand what the controlled demolition is.
Where's the evidence that Israel was behind 9/11? Where do I find it? Where's the evidence? Since I'm not smart enough. Where do I
go? Bollin, Bollyn. I can send. I mean, I'm not going to send it to you right now on the. Well, I could send it to you on the air. Sullivan.
I don't know what you're talking. So those Al Qaeda people that were on those planes, they were just fake people.
The Arabs were fucking framed. Sorry for F word. So sorry.
I told you now for the 3rd time, don't swear. How could you run for president of the United States and swear in a radio interview, sir? If we're going to continue this conversation,
it's easy.
Stop swearing.
You're a big baby. You're a big baby. You need to grow up.
You're running.
You're a big baby.
Bottom down again. You're running for president of the United States. You want to raise minimum wage to $30 an hour.
That's right. A livable wage.
Into 9/11. You're claiming Israel is responsible for 9/11, which is, by the way,
you know about Building 7? You know about Building 7? 2 buildings fell that morning, then an hour later, a third building. 4 hours later, a third building fell. You just don't have enough brain power in your tiny head to understand the physics.
Physics? You just said Israel was responsible for 9/11. You dope.
Yeah, they did. They placed control.
This guy has an IQ of like 10, okay? You know,
they placed explosives in the building months in advance.
I looked up his website. He said he's running for president of the United States. I always like to give people a fair shake. He swore at him several times. He said, I have a low IQ. And this is the same idiot that says Israel was behind 9/11. He wants to raise minimum wage to $30 an hour. He wants to decriminalize every drug, which is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. You know what? I'll bring up one more thing just to expose
what's dumb about it. What's dumb about decriminalizing drugs?
Not you, Numchuck, the dope that I'm talking to.
What's dumb about decriminalizing drugs? It puts the CIA out of business.
African Americans, $1 million to go back.
Could you pass a drug test right now? I bet you couldn't.
Are you a Klan member, sir? Sir, are you a member of the Klan? Yes or no? Answer the question, dope.
No, of course not.
Yeah, you're a racist. You want to pay people $1 million because they're black to go back to Africa? You're an idiot. Why don't you say it? I'm an idiot. I'm not a serious person, and my name is Wayne Lambright. Why don't you
ask some black people if that's a fucking that's a fabulous idea.
You're a moron.
Well, that's just your opinion.
Day, buddy. I've had enough of you. There are people in this country that are very stupid, that make a mockery of our elections. This is a guy who's running as an independent. He's running as a dope, as a moron. He comes on this show. By the way, I have some other of his policies on his website that are absurd. Yeah, he wants to decriminalize every drug. He claims Israel's responsible for 9/11. Alex Jones would probably love to interview you, sir. He wants to raise minimum wage to $30 an hour. He wants universal basic income, even if you don't work. How could anybody take this guy seriously? You know, and I gave him a chance. Ladies and gentlemen, I gave him a chance. You freaking idiot, you dope. That's a guy that's running for president of the United States. That guy might even be more dangerous than Donald Trump, and that's saying something.
Over under 10 votes.
He's probably not going to get many. No, there'll probably be some QAnons out there some Q that'll vote for him. I bet you the Q shaman would vote for this guy. What a dope. Holy smokes. Hey, you know what? Sometimes it's worth exposing people like this. That's what I'll say.